In this video, we're going to look at polynomial division. Find the quotient and the remainder for the following: x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6 divided by x plus 1. Let's set the problem up as a long division problem. To begin the problem, we say what times x equals x cubed. The answer is x squared. The x squared needs to be written above the 2x squared term because like terms need to be in a vertical format. Now we multiply the x squared by the divisor x plus 1, which gives us x to the third plus x squared. Next we subtract. X to the third minus x to the third cancels. 2x squared minus x squared equals x squared. We now drop down the next term, the minus 5x, and start the process over. What times x equals x squared? The answer is x. The x is written above the minus 5x to keep terms in alignment. We now multiply x by x plus 1. We get x squared plus x. Now subtract and you get negative 6x. We now drop down the next term, minus 6, and start the process over. What times x equals negative 6x? The answer is negative 6. The negative 6 is multiplied by x plus 1. This gives you negative 6x minus 6. Now subtract and you get 0. The quotient q of x is x squared minus x minus 6, and the remainder r of x is 0. The second problem states to find the quotient and the remainder. X to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 2x minus 5 divided by x squared minus x plus 1. Let's set the problem up as a long division problem. Since the dividend is missing an x squared term, we will insert a 0 placeholder. X to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 0x squared plus 2x minus 5 divided by x squared minus x plus 1. We begin by saying what times x squared equals x to the fourth. The answer is x squared. The x squared is placed above the 0x squared. Now we multiply x squared minus x plus 1 times x squared. This gives you x to the fourth minus x cubed plus x squared. Next, we subtract. You get negative 2x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. We begin the process over again. What times x squared gives you negative 2x cubed? The answer is negative 2x. You multiply negative 2x by x squared minus x plus 1. This gives you negative 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 2x. You subtract and get negative 3x squared plus 4x minus 5. What times x squared gives you negative 3x squared? The answer is negative 3. You multiply negative 3 times the x squared minus x plus 1. This gives you negative 3x squared plus 3x minus 3. Next we subtract and get x minus 2. The quotient q of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 3, and the remainder, r of x, equals x minus 2. An easier way to divide is using a process called synthetic division. However, it can only be used if your divisor is of a certain format. The format of the divisor must be x minus c. Problem 3. Find the quotient and the remainder of the following: x cubed plus 6x squared minus x minus 30 divided by x minus 2. With this method, we're going to use half a box. The value of c in this problem, c is 2, goes on the outside of the box. On the inside of the box, we write the coefficients of the dividend. The coefficients are 1, 6, -1, -30. The process begins by dropping the 1 down out of the box. Outside the box, the numbers multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. The 2 goes back in the box under the 6. Inside the box, the numbers always add. 2 plus 6 gives you 8. We start over again. 8 times 2 is 16. The 16 goes inside the box under -1. Inside the box you add and we get 15. Then we start over again. 2 times 15 is 30. The 30 goes over under -30 in the box. We add and get 0. We now read backwards from right to left to express the answer. The remainder is 0, and the quotient is x squared plus 8x plus 15. Okay, problem number 4. Find the quotient and the remainder for 2x to the 5th plus 5x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 2x minus 2x plus 3 divided by x plus 3. C is -3 and goes on the outside of the box. The coefficients 2, 5, -2, +2, -2, and 3 go in the box. The 2 drops down from the box. We begin by multiplying. -3 times 2. The answer, -6, goes inside the box under 5. Inside the box we add and get -1. We then start over. We multiply. -1 times -3. The answer, 3, goes in the box under -2. You add to get 1. You multiply 1 times -3. The answer, -3, goes in the box under 2. You add to get -1. You multiply -1 times -3. The answer, 3, goes in the box under -2. You add and get 1. You multiply 1 times -3. The answer, -3, goes in the box under 3. You add and get 0. You read backwards. The remainder is 0, and the quotient is 2x to the 4th minus x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 1. Problem number 5. Find the quotient and the remainder for 2x cubed minus x squared plus 3 divided by x minus 3. The value of c is 3. The 3 goes outside the box. The coefficients 2, -1, 0, and 3 go inside the box. Notice we use a 0 since there is no x term in the dividend. The 2 drops outside of the box. You multiply 2 times 6. The answer is 6. This goes inside the box under -1. You add and get 5. You multiply 5 times 3. The 15 goes in the box under 0. You add and get 15. You multiply 15 times 3. The 45 goes inside the box under 3. You add and get 48. The remainder is 48, and the quotient is 2x squared plus 5x plus 15.